Welcome to another episode of Dragway Memories. Here we start out strong with some super stockers. Fenn, of course, in the CUDA. Bill Morrison, partner Eric Cramp in this 67 Camaro. Fenn gets it with a 446 pack. Groovy Grubworm against the unknown Roadrunner. We think it's a Buffalo car, but not sure. Grubworm, that car came from Ohio. They flat-towed it back up to Canada. It was a drag car when they bought it. Peter McRitchie, good friend of ours, 220 horse 283 Power Glide up against Fedden in his 350 Camaro. Super I automatic car moving along beside Pete. And Fedden just squeaks by further than one of the storm-along wagons there for a moment. We think this is 1976 Don the Snake Prudhomme. We looked at some articles on a booking, and Prudhomme would charge this back in the early 70s $5,000 to match up with somebody. Everybody else was in the $3,000, $2,500 per match category. Tommy Grove, this is a later version, up when he was ending his racing career. Tommy Grove, Californian, hung around the Melrose Melrose Plymouth dealership on Melrose Avenue in California. Later became a Ford factory racer and somehow found his way into Boss Ford-powered funny cars. This is the 71 version, up in front of a very famous White House building. Duddy Ford. Here's an earlier version, I think the 69 or 1970. Still Ford-powered. Tried to be Ford-powered, and that helped with his match race bookings. Fords versus Chevy and all that. Here's a later, now involved with Barry Setzer, a clothing magnate from the Carolinas, North Carolina, I think. 704, still carrying a California number. This, I think, one of the very latest, or very last Barry Setzer cars with the front scoops over the wheels and whatnot. And I believe this is the very last incarnation. So you can still see it has a Hemi. Shortly will be replaced with some leftover Ford SOHC. And here's the blue Barry Setzer cars when Tommy first got involved with Barry Setzer. See Ed Pink Racing Engines, another famous builder. Barry Setzer removed the sponsorship by then. Up against Ed the Ace McCullough, hard runner. Black Magic Vega, probably Al Segrini. Yep. Yeah, ATI, automatic transmission. Sponsored Nitro Funny Cars for quite a while. Donnie and Fullerton, the Trojan Horse, Larry Fullerton, a Californian. They did very well, Donnie being the money guy on that deal.
Okay, so he throws the laundry, he ends the funny cars. So we got a quick one here. This looks like
Pee-wee Wallace.
Pee-wee coming out here.
Black
He's on a
Stain.
single. Still hazing the hides on the way down the track. Up next, the X Motown Missile, the BD & Woods machine, chasing after the 4-banger hanger. Hopefully he can keep it together. It looks like he's around him already. Oh, he's got that one distanced. He's the winner. And the
Brian
Smiths,
Smith, yeah.
not the Smith brothers,
Nope.
Brian and Heather Smith in the Hemi machine against Metric Madness, Cranston brothers, and the Hemi takes that one. Cannonball Opal versus Slayton Blanchard. And now another couple of golden oldies from the Dragway Park era. Donnie Cloak and the Gold Gambler. And a lot of runs on those two machines.
Must race
Both
each
of them
other
end
a
up
lot.
upside down.
Yep.
And the Snake is back for a shot. The Vite, he was the guy to beat back then. Especially with that Army car.
Yep. Very, very competitive racer.
And look at this. Live it, giving him a run, but the win light doesn't lie. The Vipe took it. Raymond Beadle.
Raymond Beadle and Harry Schmidt's Blue Max. Raymond bought a percentage of the car eventually with the plan of buying it all out, and he did very successful. Beautiful car, beautiful name. There he is in front of the crowd. Look, a typical Dragway Park crowd back in the, this would be 1975, 76 at the latest.
There's me.
Harry Schmidt hung around with Big Mike Burkhart and Charlie Thurwanger, all those boys out of Texas. Raymond Beadle also being a Texan.
There's Waterbed
And
Fred.
the Waterbed Fred with a cowboy hat on. Chaparral, they later bought Chaparral trailers and were very successful. This is an earlier, when Raymond Beadle was still a hired gun, this time for Don the Shoemaker, a legendary car owner out of Chicago.
And the Blue Max. I like that funny car, professional funny car. We believe he was running Ford in this at this point.
Yeah, when they ran
camera
out of
parts.
Yeah, ran out of Chrysler parts and he had no more money. He had some old cameras sitting around, plugged them in. They ran on nitro and finished his season with his match race bookings with a Ford-powered Vega funny car.
And Bob Pickett coming up now in the U.S. Marine, the Mickey Thompson machine, and Harlan Thompson. I always liked this Vega, being a Chevy guy myself.
Yeah.
The only thing Chevy about it was the name.
Fireball Shores, Phillips and Shores.
Heading on down.
1975, we believe this is.
And another Segrini versus Joe Giacono matchup. Joe Giacono and the ex-John Masmania machine.
Yeah.
Big John, now Big Joe. Big Joe takes the loss. And the final run on this reel. Pee Wee Wallace up against the Trojan Horse.
Love the name.
Pair of Mustangs, one the Mustang 2, the other one an earlier Mustang. I like the Mustang 2 body a little better, a little more swoopy. But the older Mustang squeaks it out. See you next week. Myself and Bill Richards! Take 400. Ugh.